Another day, another TikTok that ruins my life. But I saw this on TikTok and I'm like, I want this mushroom ash brown color. It's so pretty. So I headed up to Sally's Beauty and I picked up the 6 MB and 7 MB. It's mushroom blonde. And I tested out the strands at the bottom of my hair, as you can see, and it's just not what I wanted. It's too light for, in my opinion. Like, it's just kind of is the exact hair color that I have, so it didn't work out. So I got 5A, which I knew would be too dark. So I mixed up all 3 of them together and I got this hair color, so I knew my research was complete. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how I got this hair color. Subscribe, like, and let's get started.
Do I even have to give an introduction? Okay, you know what's going on. I'm cutting my hair. We all saw this coming. Don't act like you're shocked. I did mix up my mixture here. I wish I was lying. This is just for one side of my head. I have to get a lot of hair dye. I have a lot of hair. I decided to go a bit darker for fall. Okay, I'm not going black because I love this hair color so much. I spent so much money and it was professionally done. It's all even and pretty. I want to go light again for summer, so not doing black box dye because it's a total bitch to get out. So I'm just gonna apply like a brown box dye. Dark brown, where I can come back to my light color in the future. Sally's Beauty is amazing. They have everything you can think of. I do a lot of research before I color my hair. So yeah, I've tested some of my hair. But yeah, you can see some pieces that are just really dark. So I do test the color on my hair before I go ahead and, you know, color my full head. So here we have 6 MB, 7 MB, and the developer being 20, and it's 2:1 ratio, and 6 MB, the ratio is 2:1, developer being 20, and I'm just gonna put it on one side of my head. Okay, listen, I've seen some of my videos and I'm like, girl, what are you? Oh my god, that is terrible. I did look a little cuckoo. Okay, so I am protecting myself because I have somebody crazy that I'm gonna meet up tomorrow. And then I'm also going on a date in the nighttime. So your girl has a date. I'm so excited about that date. Whenever I'm excited, it goes to shit. So I'm not excited. I take it back. But I have so much that I have to update you on. I cannot wait. Your girl was mentally ill. Okay. You color your hair like you got rid of a toxic relationship. I feel like I did. I got rid of a toxic relationship with myself. With my own head, if you will. Okay, let me just get into it in a second. Forget there are people who actually click and watch this video and just like, oh, I hope she's giving me coloring tips, but I'm like talking about my life. Okay, but anyway. So yeah, I feel like whenever you break up, you have to switch up your hair color. I'm not kidding. You're a new person. This is you close up an old chapter. You're into your new season in your life, and I think it's only fair. Like, am I wrong? Let me tell you what happened and how I fixed myself. I don't know. It could be the mid-20s. It could be moving to a new country, and it could be a lot of things. I just feel like a lot of people don't tell you this, but your 20s is a fucking bitch. It's only when you're 30 do you catch a break, but till then you're dead. And I feel for the longest time, I would have the highest highs and the lowest lows, and that's the best way I could put it. I would be very happy one day. I would wake up the next day feeling dead, depressed, and in a rut. It just hit me. And so you're living alone for the first time. And what I mean by that is I don't have my bunnies, I don't have my pets, so the loneliness hits different. Like, I don't have a mouth to feed. I'm only taking care of myself. I wake up some days, you guys, and like I'm not even talking to anybody. I'm not using my voice. So if I don't film one day, I'm just not talking to anybody. And then it hit me how lonely, sad, and depressed I am. All the money, all the freedom, only for you to be doing nothing with it, just sitting, crying, and whining, and just being in your head. I tend to be in my head a lot, and I have like 6 people talking in my head at one point. I just didn't like it. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you, but I'm just not a fan of how I used to be, how I'm living in my head. And there are people who just live life in the present. I don't understand how people live in the present. I'm either thinking of something somebody told me when I was in grade 4, or I'm thinking of like this boyfriend that I had in grade 8, or I'm thinking of the future, like, I wonder what I'm gonna name my child. I'm 24, I have all the energy in the world, and I'm just wasting it being like embarrassing and pathetic, and I didn't like the side of me. And I did, you know, seek therapy, I think, when I was in Dubai, and this man, he was cool. I mean, he's nice. He just, you know, helped me out or whatever you could say. He gave me some medication, which didn't even help me. He said it's for anxiety. And I'm like, I don't get anxiety. I'm not an anxious person at all. Well, okay, let me just try it out, I guess. And I did try it out. It did nothing for me. And I'm like, oh, maybe therapy is not for me. No, my therapist was not for me. I woke up one day and I just decided, like, Anncy, why do you feel this way? Why am I feeling hopeless? Why am I so depressed sometimes? And here's the thing, right? You will never be able to tell with my social media that I'm going through something. Because I don't like sympathy. I don't like people telling me it's going to be okay. I feel like that just makes things 10 times worse. And I think I'm in no position to come and complain to you guys. You guys are children. You guys are kids. One thing I hate about people is when they trauma dump. You have to seek help professionally. Stop texting your grade 8 best friend hoping that she has a solution. Why? How can they help you, you know? I don't like to be a burden. I don't like to come on social media and trauma dump. That's just not me. The worst ones are like who have like a blackout screen and they're like, I'm taking a break, I'll be back soon. Girl, no one cares about you. You could get hit by a school bus tomorrow, no one cares. So I don't want to be that person like, I'm taking a break, I will be back. No one asked you. But sometimes I genuinely get death threats and people are like, is Anncy okay? Where the f did she go? And then I will update a little bit like, guys, I'm fine, I'll be back, I'm just ill, I'll be back soon, I promise. So I don't like to announce what I'm going through, but this is like what the reality is of my job. And I think being mid-20s, like, it's just, you don't know what the is going on. I just want to say I gained success pretty young in my life, so I'm not in a position to go cry about it to somebody who's busting their ass at a 9 to 5. Like, oh, I'm going through things. Like, I feel like I won't be validated. I'm not in the position to cry or whine about things because everything is handed to me. I got pretty lucky and I made a lot of money very young, and I'm in a very successful stage of my life. That's what all you fucking bitches think. Successful where? Happy where? Tell me. You know, I did. Last year, this was exactly on my vision board. I pretty much got exactly what I wanted. To me, like, everyone's vision board's different. A lot of people have, I don't know, fancy cars, living in a big mansion, married with 7 kids. Mine is literally a farm life. I genuinely want to grow plants, have my own herbs, and cook my own meals, and have 2 bunnies and farm animals running around. For me, my goal was to never set an alarm in my entire life. I don't like somebody telling me when to wake up, and that was my dream goal. And also buying a little cute red Tesla. I swear to God, I had a picture of a Tesla on my vision board. That's it. This was my goal. And somebody once just put it into my head like, you got your goal at 21. Somebody in their 50s won't even get to where you're at. And I got it so early. Now I feel like I have no will to live. I achieved what I wanted. I don't know what else do you want me to do. And that's something no one tells you in life, is that your life isn't a movie. You know how in movies or TV shows too, it's like a girl is like struggling to find love, and then she does find love, and then they get married happily ever after, and then you never see what happens next, right? And even one of you could be, oh, I'm infertile, I wish I could have a child, I swear. That's been on my vision board, like my goal is to have a baby, and once I have a baby, the world will change. I'm a new person. That's the only goal I'm working towards. Please God, give me a baby. And then guess what? You're fertile, and you get your baby, right? And now you're like, oh my God, I got my goal. I got a baby. Did you think that was it? Did you think your life was done? Did you think you just got your manifestations and you're over? Now your actual life begins. This is the part that no one puts it in the movies, right? Like, you're like, what happens now after I've gotten my goals? I have 80 more years to live. I don't have the will to live. It's terrible for me to feel that way. I got everything I wanted, and, you know, everything is happy and jolly, but I'm just not a social person. I like to go out. What do I do now? Like, what happens after you got what you wanted? What do you do? It's like exactly what I saw in Emma Chamberlain. Like, okay, listen, by the way, I'm not comparing myself to her at all, but she's the only person I can compare to, like, how I feel mentally. Do you know she lives in a mansion? She lives in a mansion. She has all the things that she wants in her life. She can literally just go get whatever she wants. She blew up very young. She got success very early. She gets invited to events and she's living her dream life. But what does she do? She stays home and she paints. She stays home with her cat, or she's making coffee. She's cooking on her own. And I'm like, oh my God, I relate to this girl. Like, very young, she got what she wanted. Very young, I got what I wanted. But then you're like, it fucks you up in a weird way. I can't explain it. Everything is boring. Everything is so stupid. I'm not a person anymore to people. I'm somebody who's successful, who has money. I resonated with her a lot. She cut off all her friends and she doesn't talk to anybody. Her videos are just her being in her mansion and crying about things. And I've noticed how people don't like that. You're gonna be like, girl, are you serious? Like, what are you crying about? But it's not me. I know it's my brain, right? Like, mentally, I'm not okay. Do you know how when I'm doing my podcast, like, I don't let anyone talk, and people are like, can you let people talk? And I'm like, girl, I can't. It's my brain. My brain has like 6, 7, 8,000 people talking at the same time that I have to get my thoughts out. If I don't, like, I will forget. It's very exhausting for people who listen to my podcast, but just imagine how exhausting it's for me in my own head. I compliment myself and I criticize myself in my own head all the time, and it's exhausting. I hate how I am in my head. I really do. I just hate how my brain operates. I stopped taking care of my body. I would eat less, I would shower less, I would get out of my bed less, and I would just, you know, with the bunnies, when I was depressed in Dubai or whatever, but I had the bunnies, I had to get out of my bed. I had people to feed. I couldn't just stay in my bed all day. So eventually I'll be like, oh, we're running out of lettuce. Let me just go and get some vegetables. Go out, I'll get some sunshine, and I'll feel like better a little bit. And fun fact, if you didn't know, a lot of people, I'm I'm saying 99% of the people on planet Earth, they're deficient of vitamin D. If you did not know, you need sunlight to keep yourself happy and like active and alive. A lot of people get their blood tested and they find out that they're low of vitamin D, and that's why they're depressed and they're unmotivated. So please go get your blood levels checked out. But vitamin D is very easy to get, and make sure it's vitamin D plus K2, because vitamin D needs K2 to be like activated or something like that. I don't know what's going on. My mom's a nursing and she told me this all the time as a child, that your vitamin Ds are low, like can you please, and she used to shove my throat with vitamin D and I never took it. Now as an adult, I'm like, holy shit, I need my vitamin D. And even if you go like, no, I'm in the sun all the fucking time, what are you talking about? No. For you to get enough vitamin D in your system, you need to be in the sun between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. and have constant sunlight to your body to be able to receive enough vitamin D. How many of you are doing that? Exactly. Sitting in the car doesn't count. Having the shade on doesn't count. You have to be fully getting vitamin D from the fucking sun. And if you don't, you're a depressed little bitch. But I slowly started to feel exactly like what Emma did. Like how her videos were happy, chirpy, so exciting and fun, collabing with friends and going out, dating and whatnot, to her just being depressed alone in a mansion and painting and no one understanding why she turned that way. I slowly started to feel that way, but I just did not want to put my content into like a depressed thing, into like a depressed vlog, because I just think it's stupid and no one's gonna ever understand me, you know? So I always kept it to myself, and that's even worse because my head is the worst thing ever, Jesus Christ. I'm very powerful in a way where I can detach myself from a lot of things. I love my brain a lot because this bitch is strong as fuck, but at the same time I hate her because she's so evil to herself. But I realized I started having really bad, like, you know, habits. Like I said, I would not go out. I would just not see the sun for the longest time. I would just not take care. Like I hated getting my nails done. I hated doing my hair. And I just felt so like, God, I hate myself. Like I just hated my existence. And I started doing something very, very bad. I quickly go wash my hair because 15 minutes is up. Tell me if this is not the most mature thing you've ever seen. Girl, I do not have one stain on my shirt and I'm so clean. From that to this, oh my God, girl. I will contribute the story time. Please don't go away anywhere. I need to share some secret things. You guys, I just washed one side of my head. I just got my nails freshly done for my date. Imagine it's black. I will hang myself. But yeah, I realized I had a very toxic relationship within myself, my head, and I never knew who to blame at this point. Why am I feeling this way when I have achieved all my goals at such a young age? Because here's the thing, you guys, I hate to say this with all my girlies who have like a vision board and all your goals. You will get to your goals. You will, I promise you. Maybe at 30, 45, 79, you will get to your goals. But then your life doesn't end there like the movies, because I thought, oh, I got my goals, I'm done. Oh, you're not done. Now comes the actual responsibilities. And this sounds very, very, very pathetic, if you will, but I started looking at people around me, and I mean, no offense, but people around me had nothing going on for them. Nothing. Nothing in their bank account, still living their lives. They have no fear of running out of money. They don't care. They have $2 in their account. They're gonna go get some drinks, all right. And there are some girls who I know who have no self-esteem. They're very insecure. They're getting down. Okay, they're going out on dates. They're getting free food. People are buying them free designer bags. They go out, they have fun, they make memories. And that's how it's supposed to be in your 20s. Your life doesn't end because you've achieved your goals, because your life just started. I would sit here and think like, wow, this girl has nothing going on for her. This guy friend of mine has nothing going on for him. They're all living lives in the present. They don't care about the future. They don't care about saving up. They don't care about making money. They don't care about future plans, how they're gonna settle down. Nothing. They just live in the moment. I woke up one day and I realized you cannot blame anybody today, Anncy, but yourself. Seek therapy. And I'm so glad I did. A lot of you were asking me how I did it. Basically, my insurance offered like a virtual consultation thing where I didn't even have to meet the my therapist. I could just go ahead and get into a Zoom call with her, and then she just diagnosed me that way. How can I get diagnosed for something? Because I know I'm mentally ill, but I'm not sure what I have. I'm not going to go on the internet. I'm absolutely not going to TikTok to diagnose myself. I need somebody professional to just look into me. I feel like also I come from a culture where mental health isn't like talked about. It's very taboo. A lot of people just don't believe in it. Like, even though I have a lot of like family relatives who work in the science field, they absolutely ignore what mental illnesses are. They don't believe in it. I could be like, Mom, I'm depressed, and she's like, just go eat some food. So I've just grown up in that culture. Like, I'm not mentally ill. I'm just hungry. No, the fuck not. I spoke to her for an hour. Okay, this girl was insane. She was amazing. She's like, girl, you don't even let me talk. You don't even let me talk. I can't even imagine what's in your head right now. You're fucking ill. And I'm sitting here like, oh my God, finally someone gets it. Listen, having having ADHD or whatever is fun. You're a great entertainer. You know why? Because I have 10 thoughts in my head. I'm amazing on dates. Like, I always make people laugh and people love me, and that's all great, right? When I go on dates, the number one thing I always get, there's two things, okay? But one thing is, you're so funny, you make me laugh. Like, you're a funny person. I always got that. And I never tell my dates what I do. Like, obviously, I'm an entertainer. I'm a comedian, if you will. And that's amazing. Like, my ADHD helps me a lot. I will never have an awkward moment. I'm never a person who's like, I have nothing else to say. I will always have something to say. The secret is I have 10 people talking to me in my head right now. So if the first person doesn't know what to say, the second person knows what to say. When you do like drama on stage and you forget your lines and there's like a person with a paper like standing beside you to tell you what to say because in case you forget. I have like 10 people like that in my head. After a diagnosis, she's like, yes, well, you do have ADHD. She's like, it's pretty bad in your case. And I used to do something very bad to myself that I'm not very proud of, like admitting on camera to a lot of people. I would be so depressed or unmotivated that I did not have any will to live anymore because I just didn't have goals in my life. I would wake up and I'm like, I have nothing to live for. I've got whatever I wanted. It's the same old routine, make videos, make people laugh, and I have to cook some meal, feed myself, I have to shower, go back to bed. Day 955 of not meeting anybody, not making new friends, being depressed in your own thoughts. And it used to be so bad. This is not okay. This is not how you're supposed to feel as a human being. It's not normal in your 20s at all. Like millions of people live alone. Not everyone feels this way. Why did I feel this way? I don't get it. I got my diagnosis. She did diagnose me with ADHD full on. She did tell me that the pills that she would give me would help me fix everything else. And I just did not believe her. And what I would do is I would go on walks in the middle of the night, hoping that something would happen to me and then I just like disappear and I don't have to live again. Like, I'm over this. This is so exhausting. Life is so annoying. I wake up, I have to pay rent, I have to pay my car payment, sleep, shower, eat. Like, this is life and I'm fucking tired of it. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, it's not helping anybody. I'm over it, right? And this is how my head is. And I go on walks. I would go on late night walks by myself and I would tell nobody. Here's the thing. With the time zone difference and everything, if something would ever happen to me and I would die, none of you would ever know. The news to anybody would reach them after 5 business days because I live alone. I'm not talking to anybody every day. I don't text people every day. And most of my videos are very like pre-planned. I don't post them in the moment. They're like 2 weeks late. Even my TikTok videos are filmed way long ago. So I take forever to reply to everybody. It's just, we're all just busy adults. I was just thinking about it, right? I'm like, oh my God, if something would happen to me, no one would know in the moment. And I would just go on late night walks hoping something would happen to me. And LA is a very, very scary place right now. It's like, you know what, whatever fucking happens. Maybe that's what God wanted it to happen. Like, I don't give a shit. I would just do it. But looking at my social media and my life and the jokes and all the story times I make and like happy sides that I show myself, no one would ever know. And I realized there could be a lot of people like that, like in my life that I would just not know. Like the security guard, maybe my gyno could be all like, oh my God, hi, nice to meet you. But she would be on the verge of killing herself and no one would just know. And then it hit me and I'm like, I need to make this video to like help people out there because I have like the biggest platform and why am I shutting up, you know? Check on people who make you laugh. Try to seek help if you can afford it. Anything. It's medication, vent to a friend if that's therapy to you. Anything works, but I'm so glad I seeked help and I got put on ADHD medication. It's called Vyvanse. I take 30 mg every day. And let me just tell you what that medication did to me. I feel like something came into my life and changed me. I don't know who, I don't know what. But I'm like, is this what humans are? Like, is this what a happy human being or a normal human being is? You guys, what the f were my thoughts? I wanted to kill myself and for who? I got put on ADHD medication and it changed my life. When I first took it, people were like, oh my God, Anncy, like, are you taking it? This is insane. Let us know how you feel. Listen, everyone knows that I have ADHD, I have ADHD. If you watch my podcast, you just know, okay? Even my mailman would know that I have ADHD. Do I want to admit that and seek help or no? Or just make it into like a fun, you know, quirky, trendy little, oh my God, it's a personality trait. No, ADHD is a fucking major mental illness. The fun part is like, yeah, you speak fast and you're doing things fast. Your head's like in a very fast zone and anything, but with that comes a lot of cons. I could never focus on anything. Like, girl, this is your fault. Like, you can't just blame everybody. Like, you can't blame anybody now. It's you. You know what I mean? And it slowly came to me. And I only realized that I took the medication like Anncy. Create boundaries. Go out, make new friends, go out on dates, get your heart broken. That's how everyone else, other 8 billion people are doing it. They turned out fine. You will be fine too. I started taking the medication. I would wake up happy, motivated. I had the will to live. And one time, I remember I was on the medication. I came to bed and I literally said this to my head, my own subconscious mind. I didn't even realize I said it, but I go like, thank you God for giving me this life. I'm so happy and thankful. Please don't take it away from me. I literally want to cry right now. but I had full-on tears in my eyes when I said it, and I got in bed, and I realized I even said it in my own head, like I thought about it. And I'm like, oh my God, I have the will to live. Things have changed, and Anncy Twinkle has the will to live. I cannot believe I've been so selfish walking in the dark. Like, imagine if my mom found out that I did that. Is that fair to her though? Like, her little daughter goes out on walks so she can kill herself. Like, is that fair for my mother? No, it wasn't. What was I thinking, putting myself in danger like that? But I really let myself go, and no one would have known, and no one would have cared, and I don't want to complain, trauma dump anywhere. What about the bunnies? Like, how could I do this to my bunnies too, you know? My bunnies don't even know my existence. Sometimes I look like a big brown cockroach to them. Like, they don't even care, so it doesn't count, but I'm just saying. Okay, it's unfair that I even did that to my bunnies. This is a bunny's vision, right? Are you kidding me? I'm literally a roach in their eyes. Like, how they don't even know me, they don't even miss me, so whatever. But that medication changed my life. It's quite expensive, but I don't want this to be a sign that all of you need to go and get ADHD medication. Not the point I'm making at all. This is a highly regulated drug. You cannot just easily get it. This is more of a sign that if you're mentally ill and you feel this way, you're not alone, and it's not you, it's your brain. Okay, it's the chemicals your brain has been releasing. Please go seek help. You will be fine. I promise you, you will feel magical. I thought of just coming here and giving you guys a little heads up of what life looks like. I broke up, and this is the new Anncy. I feel nice and magical and very pretty, and I am grateful to be alive. I can't even explain this to you. Pill releases a chemical to your brain. I want to say dopamine and something else. It could be testosterone and melatonin. A little bit of oxygen maybe, I don't know. I really do not know my signs. Fuck you, bro. I should have been on the medication like when I was like 10 years old. You know, ladies like, girl, you should have been on this like since you were 4. I'm like, thank you. I never paid attention in class, and that's why I'm stupid as fuck now. But with that being said, it releases a chemical which fixes your brain, makes your brain neutral and happy, and you want to live. This is so funny. I saw this TikTok when I was on the medication that the first 30 minutes is the best thing ever. I want to do such good things in the world, and this is exactly how I felt. I can't believe it. The first day I took the pill, you guys, are you ready for this? Because you're not. I went to my closet, opened it up, and just took a bunch of clothes like that I don't wear anymore with tags on it or without tags, put them in a trash bag, and I'm like, I'm gonna take this to Goodwill, and I donated half the clothes from my closet. There could be some fashionable bikinis and some thongs that I donated to homeless people. But yeah, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna go wash this quickly, and then I'll see you guys soon.
So this is the finished result. I have 1 box of 7 mushroom blonde, 1 box of 6 mushroom blonde, 1 box of 5A light ash brown, and I put 20 developer, and the ratio being 2 to 1. I put it on for 30 minutes and I washed it off, and this is the result.